Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Ninth Element, here for the second part of this Kitty Isolation speedrun guide. We're about to jump into mission 6. This is one of the more technical missions. You have to know exactly what you're doing if you're going to speedrun it and do it quite precisely. So as you're loading in, select the flare and start running immediately. Light the flare. Get underneath this vent, directly underneath, and you want to throw the flare to the left here. Don't throw it directly behind the canister because then Steve can body block the canister. Instead, throw it to the left and the canister will still hit him when you shoot it. So you can run and grab the stun button after blocking the vent. So the act of standing underneath the vent, directly underneath, blocks Steve from dropping for a few extra seconds, and he also won't respond when you run like that. So it's a pretty useful technique. Now be sure to switch back to the revolver after getting the stun button. Crouch just before the terminal. I'd recommend walking to the terminal and then stay crouched so he won't hear you. He'll be crouched examining the flare now, so you can actually run out while he's crouched and shoot the canister. I almost left it a bit late there. So grab this and run back immediately. Now you'll always have time to run into that room and back out, and the amount of time he takes to come back can vary. That was quite an early return, but I still had time to get out of the room and get in position to shoot him. He can drop even slightly earlier than that, so you have to stun him as soon as you leave the room, basically. But it can vary. Sometimes he takes a while to drop, but you always have enough time to put that cylinder in and get out of the room if you're efficient. And what I did here is something I always like to do, even if he's late dropping, is stun him next to that canister in front of me. Because sometimes if you just shoot the canister while he's running past it, he might ignore it. So it's safer to stun him next to it and then shoot the canister. And that has an additional benefit as well, which I'll explain in a moment. So listen for the scream. If you hear the scream, that means the canister works on him. If he didn't scream, then the canister might not have been effective and you'll have to do something else, which would be unfortunate. So power the vent. And now you can actually run immediately because we stunned him next to the canister. He's in the pattern where he draws in the vent afterwards. So that means you can just run after activating the vent, run to this save point and save. That's the quickest way. If you only shot the canister while he was running past it and he retreated, there's a chance he will drop again, and so you'd have to stay crouched after activating the vent.
Hurry if you can.
So I'm going to reload this save just to make him drop faster. So attract him to drop. Get ready to shoot this canister. You have to time this well. Listen for when he's approaching. Get straight in this vent. Now if we move quickly, we can run all the way to the next part we need to go to. But first, as you're climbing through here, select a flare with your hotkey. Light it. Drop it just here in the corner, out of line of sight of this corridor. Just move to the left a bit to trigger the fire. Get on the terminal. So you need to both get the code and turn off the fire. Okay, he just dropped. Make sure he doesn't see us. Get the save immediately. And now reloading this save makes the alien go back into the vents, which means he needs to drop and then check the flare a second time. So grab those. He just dropped. You should build your noisemaker at this point. Okay, I'm going to throw a flashbang, the same flashbang I got next to the key card. That will keep him busy for a bit longer. So the blueprint we picked up next to the terminal is the noisemaker, by the way. It says Molotov, but it's a noisemaker. So you want to have this noisemaker ready and throw it without delay. Don't hesitate, because the sooner you throw it, the more likely it is that it will attract Kevin and Steve to meet. Kevin is the lone human that guards the exit area. It's a good idea if you can get Steve to eliminate him going in. And also that noisemaker will mean Steve goes that way, so we're safe to continue this way. Now I always throw a flare in here. Now there's different patterns you can get for the humans. There's a group of 3 humans that wanders around. They're separate to Kevin. They usually stick together. There's about 4 different places where they can spawn in. So the nearest place they can spawn in would mean they're already on the other side of this room. If that happens, then you'll see the door on the other side of the room is open already and there's someone standing there. Don't worry, you can still crouch past without them seeing you, but still throw the flare in. Okay, he's got Kevin, nice. So the second pattern is the 3 humans spawn a bit further back, but they're running towards the room where you just threw the flare into. Now, if you're too hasty here, it's a little bit dangerous because they might spot you as you're going in this door. So be careful. I think they actually just went past now. So I was lucky that they missed seeing me. So with either of these 2 patterns, the humans will be looking into that larger room where you threw the flare, and the flare will attract Steve to go there, and hopefully he will eliminate those humans as well after dealing with Kevin. And also that flare means that the alien will path towards that room instead of following you into this room, the surgery room. Okay, they've gone past, nice.
Samuels, I've got the meds.
So listen here.
We're at the transit station outside medical reception. Repeat, we heard gunshots.
Okay, that sound means that the alien just killed a human. Okay, just killed another one. So you want to be careful here. You can, if you think he's crouching and looking at the flare, you can make a run for it. Otherwise, I would just back in like this.
Ripley, your way
And looks like you killed at least
to open up an exit is to trigger
3 of the humans in total. So you want to get as many of the humans killed as possible. Because they're what makes the exit difficult, because Steve just stays in the vents as long as you continue running all the way around. So you can save here. The camera breaks sometimes when you use this save, so you can look around. So reload the save immediately. So make sure you grab the save immediately after doing the second generator like I did. Then you can run around like this past the drooling vent. Hide behind this terminal so the android doesn't see you. And he's doing the ash dance. So when he does this ash dance, you can actually just walk past him and he can't do anything. If he's not doing the ash dance, then you need to turn around and lead him on a chase around the side of the room. And by the time you reach this door, it should be open.
You're clear, Ripley. Hurry.
Okay, let's see if we can run. There might be one human left. So let's watch out for them. Okay, I think we're fine. So if you just run all the way like this, then you should be able to make it most of the time. As long as you avoid the vents. If you're unlucky, you can sometimes drop early just as you're getting near the end. And also if you're forced to slow down because of humans, then that will be a risk factor for him dropping as well. So I might insert some more clips of Mission 6 because there are different ways it can go. It's one of the more technical missions, and the randomness of the humans is makes it particularly challenging sometimes. So you'll always have enough health to climb this ladder. If you start climbing it immediately after grabbing the free medkit that's below the ladder, just grab that medkit first and then start climbing. And your health will be pretty low now, so the next mission is a good one to heal in. This is a good opportunity to make sure the gun is fully loaded. It is on this occasion, because bullets can be useful in Mission 7. Okay, so before we go to Mission 7, we're just going to explore a bit more in Mission 6, where the humans are. So if he drops there, you want to hide. Don't make any noise here, we'll hear you.
Samuels,
Build your noisemaker and throw the flashbang. Reload your gun, go into the door. Grab the fuel. Throw the noisemaker at Kevin quickly.
It's gone to hell in here, Samuels.
Get your flare ready. Throw it in here. So we don't have any humans nearby yet. Okay, I heard him. He found Kevin. Good. So next he'll be going for where the flare is.
We're at the transit station outside medical reception. Ripley,
I think we might have human pattern
so did the creature.
number 3. Okay, I'm going to quickly throw a noisemaker back there. That wasn't a noisemaker, that was a smoke bomb, but never mind. So the idea is that Steve will go there and open the door and maybe see the humans who are still in that room. Okay, now he's going to go for the flare. I think the humans just came in the other side. So it was human pattern number 4 where they spawn way far back. If you get human pattern number 3, then there'd be more like around this area where this door is. So yeah, that's a good way to get rid of them if they spawn too far back,
The way out through the medical reception is locked down.
and then you can just continue as normal.
Is to trigger the hospital's evacuation
So anyway,
procedure.
on with the show. So mission 7 is another technical mission. It really helps if you know what you're doing and if you do it precisely. So just walk for the vent. So it's safe to crawl through the whole vent. It's very rare for Steve to drop in here with you unless you make noise. It did happen to me once, so if you still got your Molotov, that will be helpful for that, but it's rare. So listen out, because sometimes Steve can drop on the floor early and start killing the humans. Doesn't usually happen, but sometimes. Maybe about 25% of the time. If you don't hear anything, fire a bullet here and drop out immediately and immediately start going this way. Listen now, listen for Steve to drop in the vent where you fired the shot. Wait for that. Okay, he's in the vent. As soon as you hear him in the vent, fire a shot in the direction of the humans and then immediately get into this vent. So the reason for firing the shot in the direction of the humans is to alert them, make them aggroed, and it's more likely they'll attract the alien that way because they'll start firing their guns more quickly, and also the alien will have heard that gunshot, so he'll be down shortly to investigate it. So yeah, let's continue. So listen to see how many humans get killed. Good place to heal. You can reload the gun if you want. That's 1 down. That's 2. You want all 3 to be taken out. Okay, that's bad because the alien will have seen me through the vent, so I need to stun past him. Now this is the safety vent. You see I just opened it. If you open that and you're standing on the other side of it, then it blocks Steve's path to you. He can't reach you, and he gets confused and he pauses for a moment and then he decides to upvent. So you have to wait until he turns around and starts running for the vent, and then you can run as well. And it's even possible to touch him while he's doing that, and you'll be safe. So just watch him. There, he's turned around. So this gives you time to run down this corridor. So it's pretty important that all three of those humans die. You'll see some dialogue appear when the third one dies. Just listen out for that. If there's one remaining, then it can mess up your exit. So aim your sights on this canister. Shoot it as Steve gets near it or starts to go past it. Run immediately for this access tuner upgrade. And now immediately turn around. No, you need to listen here. Okay, so that's unlucky. I heard a rumbling from the side vent, which means he's coming out that vent. Now, he only does that about 25% of the time, maybe less. But if he does, it means that you have to fend him off while you run for the ladder, which is a bit awkward. But you can do it. You can do it using bullets to stun him. Using the last bullet to stun him just by the ladder before you climb up. Then you might need to use a smoke bomb when you get up there. Or you can just stun him and then throw a Molotov at him if you still have the Molotov. So I do have the Molotov here, but I'm gonna just do the stun strat. So as soon as you stun him the third time, climb straight up. And it really helps if you have a smoke bomb here, because he might come up. He didn't actually come up this time, but he could have. So he's still downstairs. Make some noise so that he goes up. Listen. Yep, it seems like he's gone. So when you're sure he's gone, either if you hear the up vent sound or you don't see him on the tracker anymore, then it's safe to go down, and he's gone for a while. You can summon the android. Check here for loot. And then it's a good time to save. Now, I said there were a few different things that could happen. He dropped on the side vent on that occasion. The most likely pattern is that he doesn't drop at all, in which case you won't hear any noise from the side. And as you're running, you'll hear like a loud roar hiss from the vents. That confirms he's not dropping, so listen out for that. The other pattern is if you don't hear anything at all, it probably means he's dropped in the corridor where the ladder is, and you'll need to stun him there to get to the ladder, so be ready for that. Alright, let's continue.
How can I help you?
I need a compression
So
cylinder.
while the android's talking, you can actually go and loot this body. Nothing this time, he usually has something. Usually a piece of loot here. So it pays to remember where all the loot is on these shelves. There's SCJ injector there. Then move this down twice. Start running over here. Move it up once to get a sensor. Then move it down twice to get ethanol. And there's a secondary purpose in coming over here as well, because coming over here triggers the android's dialogue and makes him go into the electricity. And you want that to happen because if the android is still alive, then he can open the door for the alien during the exit, and that can mess things up. So you can check your loot if you want. Make sure you'll be able to pick up both the blasting caps. Now there's more loot on this shelf. If you move it down 3 times, don't pick up the compression cylinder yet because that's what brings the alien back. So there's a sensor there and a flare there. If you're speed running, then you can skip those if you want, save a bit of time. So let's put this back to its original position. So pressing this button does 2 things. It turns off the electricity and it starts moving this shelf down. So press it once and then the compression cylinder comes into view. Grab it. The alien is active again. Start walking until you get to this blasting cap. Then run. Run into this box. Whack it once. Then crouch here. Don't crouch too close to the door, otherwise Steve will follow you close to the door. Make sure the door closes. If Steve is too close to the door, he can hold it open and he might get through. So if the door closes, you can just run. Attract him here. And he's dropping, so we just do the same thing. Open the safety vent as he comes into view. Careful, because sometimes he can approach from a sneaky angle. Turned around. And now we can run. So you've got a choice here. You do actually have enough time to put the compression cylinder straight in and then get in the elevator. That's safe, but the only problem is there's about maybe a 3% chance of getting a crash in that elevator, I found. So if you want to be safe, then I would save first. But if you want to chance it for the seconds, then go ahead. So if you do save, then you need to reload it, otherwise you won't have enough time. And start backing up as you're loading in to block the vent. Because I blocked the vent, he dropped in the side vent instead. If he drops in the side vent, you might need to stun him. He doesn't always drop. Let's try it again. Okay, start backing up, moving back and left. And this time he didn't drop. Nice. So we still got a bullet. Good time to check on what you can craft. Okay, so just run here. Keep this thing between you and the humans so they can't shoot you. And continue running. Climb the ladder. And they should get glitched out in the cutscene that's happening, the animation. So you can just run past them. And hit the button. So yeah, that's mission 7. Pretty smooth overall when you know what to do. So just something to show you here. You can actually open up this room early if you want the level 3 pipe bomb blueprint. Oops. You already have the access tuner you need. So it's also a good room to come into if you want to check these loot boxes. There's the blueprint there. You can grab it if you want, but I find it's not really necessary. It can be a little bit more dangerous to yourself. But on the other hand, it can be used to destroy Heavy Joes, so there's a trade-off. I'm a bit slow hacking today. So just run down here to meet your friends and be greeted as a hero.
I sent.
So just run
We need the
past after
transit to
skipping the
get to HQ, but it's
cutscene and
down. Transit control is upstairs. Samuel says
go up here in the usual way. Sometimes a bit of loot there in the corner. The door brace is already removed. So another good opportunity to check your loot. So you should have at least one stun baton charge here, the one you got in mission 6. And you need it really. So just rush straight out. Hit this. Now if you want to, you can just
Someone shut everything off.
wait by the elevator and deal with the human as the door opens. It's maybe the safest way. So you've got time to do this and then turn around to stun the android. The other thing you can do is not kill the human yourself, but hide and let the android kill him. But we've already done that, yeah. But that's the safest way, just wait outside the elevator. We can loot the body, usually has something. Usually something there as well. Check this body, another bullet, nice. Okay, so just cut this open. This takes a while as usual. Bear in mind, if you want the android to kill the human for you, you have to just run for the side lever and then run straight for the corner terminal without any hesitation. And then just hide around there until the android catches up with the human. So you want to have the gun ready here.
The transit's here and we're waiting on you.
Take it. I had some trouble, so it's gonna take me a while to get back.
We can wait.
Taylor can't. I can catch the next car.
Your call.
Make sure it's loaded. If you see the aiming sight gradually narrow like that, that means it's loaded. If it's already narrowed, then it's not loaded. So
Ripley, we
run
heard
straight
voices
for
as
the
we left.
transit
Watch
button.
yourself.
I like to crouch just before reaching it and then press it. So now you want to shoot the stairs. This scares the humans up there into not coming down. So they'll be like stood at the top, aiming their weapons, but they won't be brave enough to come down. So it's useful. It means we can just wait here peacefully for the transit. Good chance to look at your supplies. You can even move around, it's safe. So this transit here actually takes us straight into mission 10. You'll find yourself in the Marshal Bureau looking at Marlowe. he's just finished telling you his story. And yeah, with that we skip the whole of mission 9 and the part before it as well. See, we're into mission 10. So this is where I'm gonna end the video, everyone, and I'll continue again quite soon. So take care and see you all again. Bye bye.